What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Why are men traveling overseas to find wives? Why? No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Why do you think so many men are traveling overseas to find wives in other countries?
Men are traveling overseas to find wives. Why?
Yes.
I'm right here. I'm single.
No,
Why?
no.
I want to be married.
Right, but I'm saying, do you typically see women traveling overseas
If
to find
men are
husbands?
traveling overseas to countries that have less money and less education, it's because they want a woman who is dependent on them for their livelihood, for their resources, to have a good life. And I don't think that that is a good thing.
A lot of the men I know that go overseas to find wives are not great dudes.
Can you be more specific?
Yeah, they're pervy.
Okay. So guys, if you're a man, by the way, who wants to go overseas and find a woman who's more traditional, happens to know how to treat a man, more feminine, more submissive, not a modern woman, basically nothing, completely opposite from the women here in the West, then I want you to know that you're a creep, you're pervy, you like controlling and manipulating women. As always, we're going to check out some of these comments and see what other people had to say about this post that was shared on the Spiritual Word. Check out this first comment that reads, and these are white women saying this, so I'm so curious what y'all comeback is going to be, because you can't blame black women now as your usual go-to. What are you guys going to do now? What are you guys going to do now that the white women, are saying the same thing that the black modern women, right? The two races of modern women saying the same things. Whatever are we going to do? I have a proposal. F them.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
F that. And here's why I'm passionate about this specific topic is contrary to popular belief. I recently released a video titled, I Got Engaged in Zambia. Now, for some reason, a bunch of people thought I went to Zambia and started dating a chick or maybe found a chick in Africa, but that's not what happened. You know, and I could see how the way that title was written, it may be, you may have led other people to believe that, but no, that's not what happened. I took my girl who I'd been dating now for some time to visit family, some who she'd been acquainted with before, but she went to go see everybody, all my family back in Zambia. We'll be back again very soon. But while we were there, she got to talk to the elders and become more acquainted with like my culture, tradition of my family in Africa. Keep in mind, guys, I came to the US when I was like 7 years old. So majority of my background and culture is here in the States. But there is an element of the way I was raised up that is also influenced by Zambian culture. And I can confirm that yes, women overseas are more submissive. Women overseas are more nurturing. They are more feminine. They're not being programmed every day. And it's not because they don't have their own money. There's nothing to do with it. It's mainly because there isn't a deliberate effort to create disagreeable, combative women in those cultures. You may say, well, Chisha, well, why didn't you go over there and pick a woman and bring her back from Zambia? Well, because I'm also of the belief that if you're going to go and do the overseas passport bros thing, controversial take, this is just my advice and my perspective from past experiences, what I've seen. But if you're going to do it, one of the most dangerous things you can do is bring one of those women back there who's never been exposed to Western culture, feminism, to the degree that it's prevalent here in the US, and allow that influence to rub off on your potential wife or your girlfriend or whatever, because it will rub off. And you don't know if they will look at that and say, you know what, this still doesn't make sense to me. I think I want to embrace a more traditional way of living life. Or they may say, you know what, this is great. You just never know. And they may, or they may switch over. So again, you want to go overseas, I think that's great. I support guys who want to go do that. I would stay there. I would actually live there. I wouldn't try to bring my family back to the US, because you don't know how she'll be influenced at the end of the day, which is why someone like myself would rather find someone in the US who's actively defending and deliberately fighting against the influence of modern womanism. Let's check out another comment here that says, it definitely seems like men who do this want women who can be controlled. 1,000 plus likes. Another comment here says the new Western civilization was created so that man has no chance. Men are going where they're valued. Regardless of our economic position and education, we want submissive, supportive, and truly loving women. Another comment here from another woman says, not great dudes. So she's agreeing. She's like, yeah, guys who go overseas are not great dudes. Dudes who don't want to do the healing work. Oh, really? Okay. Be a good person and usually want some sort of control. No thanks, she says. Some sort of control. So this chick doesn't even want to give you some sort of control. She doesn't want to give you some sort of leadership over the relationship. Cool. That's okay. If a woman doesn't want to give you that, cool. Be by yourself, because that's what's happening. No thanks, only talking about dudes who fit in their description, not all of them. Next comment reads, American men are starting to see there is more value in women overseas. This next female commenter is supporting men who see value in women overseas by saying, women here will say they want marriage and then hate being wives. That's facts. America has made everyone think gender roles don't matter. That's also facts. They do. She says, that's why no one gets married here anymore. No other country operates like ours. God created us to need each other. America is trying to undo that. We've created a society where no one has to work together, and the only way to be readily successful is selfishness. Otherwise, you will be left and hung out to fight the wolves alone. It's like be selfish or die out here. Very true. Another comment here says, you have to do the work to become high quality if you want to attract high quality. If women don't respect you over here, they won't really respect you in another country either. It'll just be conditional submission / respect. All respect and submission is conditional. The only thing that's not conditional is a woman's femininity, right? But submission and respect is conditional. Yeah. Interesting that this conversation is being had on a much broader scale, because I think a lot of people think that like the whole passport bros thing is something that's exclusive to black men. I do think a lot of black men are starting to now move out of the US and looking for prospects overseas. But this is a big issue, man. It's a big issue in all women here in the West. They're all drinking the Kool-Aid, right? They're all drinking that tea.
No, I'll have a tea actually.
What do you guys think? As always, leave your comments down below. Listen, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pot. Till next time, man. I'm out. Peace.